Cheers, good morning, this is Josh and you are watching Guitars Ruin Lives in those tones, in that order. And this morning I'm just going on a quick riff deal, working on a riff that is incredibly hard to play despite not looking very complicated. And my inspiration for this is my friend Seth Williams with the band Whiskey Foxtrot. You should really check out Whiskey Foxtrot music here out of North Carolina. But I put a call out on my Instagram a while ago, what do you want to see from Guitars Ruin Lives? And his response was something looking into how I write riffs. And so I thought, how do I write riffs? And I don't have a band, so it's like they don't land anywhere and I've just got 10 billion riffs floating in my iPhone. But the fact is, I do write them, they get written somehow. So how does that happen? And I still don't know how to explain the how, but I can at least explain the what. And somehow in that process, I think the how comes through a little bit. The why, we'll leave that to the philosophers. Why does a riff get written? So I'm gonna play this one the best I can for starters, and then we'll talk about it. This is, by the way, of course, my McCarty 594 from 2017. I'm very lucky, honored to have Paul's upside down signature on there. I mean, how he can do it upside down is just boggles my mind. But yeah, this is a one-off, wasn't a custom thing or anything, but one-piece body is typical of these guitars. The one-off bit was the drip edge, and of course the plain black top, because you just don't see that on a lot of Paul Reed Smith guitars. You might see a sparkle finish or something fancy like that, but you don't really see just a plain black top, which is what made this one speak to me, despite being your classic fancy man's guitar. So, this is in the people's key of E minor. And then there's more. Of course, I have to throw in the little minor second thing. After that, the next time it goes. Because, see, that's what happens when you're born and raised in the American South, then you start listening to In Flames and Opeth when you're 17. So, let's talk about it. What makes it difficult? First off, it's all this string skipping. It's just real easy to hit the wrong string all the time, especially when you don't play oodles and oodles of electric guitar, or even oodles of guitar at all, like I do, because I work at jobs all the time. So the first thing that's happening is just this bluesy, and I am hitting hard and pulling hard. I don't care if it goes out of tune, because I want to get the vibe right. I also use these wonderful new Ernie Ball Ultra Slinkies, which give you the custom gauge, which I always wanted anyway, which is 10s on top, 11s on the bottom, 10, 13, 17, 28, 38, 48. So it's a little tighter on the bottom, especially if you want to do the drop D thing. It doesn't go sharp so easily. So I'm giving a little bit, let's kill that reverb because it is a coward's tool. It's better. So I want to pull, I want to get that bluesy. Right? That's the first thing that happens, and that's the cornerstone of the riff. That is the home base to which one comes back, which is crucial in all riffs, whether you're, it doesn't matter what the riff is. There's always, in metal riffs, it's usually an open string of some kind, but for me, I wanted a bigger building block than that. Sometimes I do that when it feels a more metal feel, sometimes I'll do so then it's ba-dum, ba-dum, that again going on a short journey and back home. So it's a call and response based riff. The whole thing is call and response. Always the call is, and then I have responses which build in intensity and they build melodically as they go up. None of this is conscious when I'm writing. I'm just trying to make it sound real cool. And then afterwards I realize there's usually a method to the madness. So, and that was just a little fanciness to get something different than, which I could do. I also wanted the definition. That's the first response. And again, that's just a guitar trick. The melody is really just B part, or A2 if you want to call it that. And again, guitar tricks just to get cool sounds, but the melody is and the is kind of an afterthought. Third, oh, by the way, notice, so the first one was started on the F sharp, the second note of the scale. The next one's going to start on the third note of the scale. So it's a sequence. What's a sequence? That's where you have the same pattern of movement, but starting on different notes. So, first one, it's not a perfect sequence, but it's a sequential idea. The third one goes, actually, right. So, did I say it was hard? Third. And there's that sense of resolution. It's like you've gone from and then we change the fourth part of the bits, or the A4, doesn't go back to, we go to the dramatic 6th chord, the metal chord. Right? So it's resolved, but then I unresolve it by sliding up to the 4, the minor 4. Or if you think of it as quickly going to the relative major of G. Going to the relative major of G, it's like I've gone to the 2 chord. We're resolved for this tiny moment, and then that ain't so resolved. It's not as dramatic as the C chord in the key of E minor, but it's a more mysterious, open kind of sadness and drama that comes from the 4 chord. Especially because I'm doing a minor 4 with the 6 in it. Nobody cares, Josh. Shut the fuck up. Then I do the whole thing over, a mirror, except I do a darker ending. Keep that, but it's on the minor 2nd. Cool. Well, that was longer than I thought, but that gives you another insight. So again, together, we'll go full on bridge pickup. That's the part that I can't play yet. It's like goes like super fun emo-y like. And here's the fun nugget for any of you who've stuck with me for 10 minutes while I deconstruct my own riff. The inspiration here came from Jackson Browne's Somebody's Baby. It's a tough one too, because it's not meant to be played with one guitar. As I look at that girl with the lights coming up in her eyes, yeah, she must be somebody's baby. Yeah, she's got to be somebody's baby. Yeah, she just might be somebody's baby, but she's so fine. She's probably somebody's only light gonna shine tonight. Yeah, she's probably somebody's baby, alright. Such a stupid, brilliant song. I freaking love it. Alright, y'all, let me know what you think. Tell me how sad your life is, or happy. If you're hanging out watching this shit, there's got to be something going on with you, so let's hear about it, alright? I hope I made you laugh. If not, tell me about that too. Y'all take care. Bye.